Thank you for watching. I'm John Razimus. In this video, I was planning on opening 3 more packages that are right here. 1, 2, 3 more ghost hunting equipment, such as these EMF detectors, but an EVP device I ordered is going to arrive tomorrow. So I'm going to film that unboxing. A lot of people are skeptical. Hey, I'm extremely skeptical when it comes to ghost hunting equipment, because if you watch the shows, it seems to be staged or the equipment barely works, if at all. But as you may have seen in a previous video, I think you have to have a belief and a faith in spirits before they even have the ability to show up and appear. People have varying degrees of belief, and why would belief mean anything? Why would belief matter? That seems like a psychological thing, right? Well, there are certain laws in the universe. There are invisible laws we don't know about concerning different dimensions. Spirits are in a different dimension. Some people say they're down there, but nope. The bad spirits aren't down there. The bad spirits are above us. There is no down to get to. We are already at the bottom. We are at the floor right now. The third dimension is the floor. There's nothing below the third. The first and the second dimensions are just to illustrate what the third is. And the fourth dimension is just to illustrate what time is. So the next dimension up is the fifth dimension. Let's get into something a little more interesting than that. If you've watched this channel, you've already heard me rant about that time and time again. I don't get attacked by negative entities, spirits, very often. It's pretty few and far between these days, ever since the horrendous attacks in 2011. If you've seen my documentary, The Demon Poltergeist Haunting of John Razimus, it's 100% true. That's just scratching the surface. I'm going to reveal everything after the book. I'm basically going to word for word read the book for you for free. You don't even have to buy the book, but the book's going to have some really good illustrations if you want it for research purposes. That's why I'm writing it, for the future generations of people that are confused. And I don't have all the answers either. I don't claim to have much at all, except I did research, investigate, ponder, and think about the negative entity that bothered me for 6 months straight as it was happening in front of my eyes. I don't have telepathic powers. I also don't have telekinetic powers. I can't move objects with my mind. So I know it wasn't my superpowers. If I was an egomaniac, I would say, oh, of course I can move objects with my mind. I'm a superhero or a super villain or something. No, that's not the case. I'm just Joe Schmo, happens to have a lot of belief in spirits, never sought them, never ghost hunted them. One popped out and showed itself to me, and I have the phone. This is the phone that was next to my bedside table in the year 2010. I finally bought a battery on eBay for $5 for this ancient Verizon phone, with my old phone number on it, with old pictures on it. Maybe there's a clue on here as to something. But basically, I texted this girl back and forth every single night for the last month, every single night. Like clockwork, to the point where, if you've been in a relationship, you know what that's like. That's standard procedure. It was close to Valentine's Day, very close to this time of year. I know it was in February. I know I had to work the next day, so I have to use process of elimination because I don't remember the exact date. It's one of the reasons I got this dug for it, paid $5. I've incorrectly called it a razor before because I couldn't remember. I did have a razor before this phone, but this is the phone. I sent a text message the day after the event of the entity appearing to me on this very phone to the person who I was dating. I was trying to find that text, but the problem is I have a bad memory concerning what's on here. Maybe if I saved it onto a card, a flash card or whatever, but I didn't. And on top of that, I deleted the message with all the string of messages. And that sounds like a cop-out, it sounds cheap, but perhaps I can use this as some type of I'm going to set this right next to the devices that can sense electromagnetic field disruptions, this sound sensor, and my other ghost detectors. I'm going to put just a regular cell phone next to those detectors because this cell phone was in proximity very close to a demonic entity that first appeared to me in the year 2010. It actually happened. It was a true story. So I had this on my bedside table. I was waiting, listening. It was about 10:45, 11 p.m. I think I remember looking at the clock right after the incident. I believe it was 11:14 p.m., around there. The incident didn't take 14 minutes. The incident was a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. But the beginning was very slow and the end was very extreme. I'm writing about it. I've never mentioned it. I just want to give some history so when I do reveal and talk about it after the book's released and I share, people say, oh, nice clickbait story you just came up with. I've been talking about this for years, and I've been saying I haven't mentioned it for years on purpose. For different reasons, I haven't mentioned it. Different reasons. I don't want people stealing it, but that's not the main reason. The main reason is it's important to me. So the full story will be in the book, and I will make probably 10 YouTube videos talking about it afterwards. You just got to be patient. It's not that I write at a snail's pace. It's that everything distracts you from getting to what's important. Writing this book is the most important thing I'm probably ever going to do, because pretty much 99.999% of books on demons don't have any information from someone that firsthand witnessed a demonic entity. And there are grimoires out there, ancient and modern, by magicians, sorcerers, black magic practitioners. They summon them, and they want, and most of them fail. Some of them succeed. But I didn't summon anything. I was just kicking back, listening for my text to go off on my phone. She used to text me 9 p.m., 10 p.m. every single night. Even 11 p.m. sometimes, I guess, based upon work and whatnot. So I was listening. 11 p.m., my ears were literally perked up. I was not even really touching the pillow. I was like in pitch blackness, not even trying to sleep. Just checking my phone every 5 minutes. Because it was close to Valentine's Day. But I texted her maybe 2 times saying, hey, how's it going? Good night. And I was just waiting for a good night back. As my ears were perked up, can't tell the full story, sorry. I will, after the book is released, hopefully this year. I looked for it, it's not in here. And I'll tell you why. About a year later, let's put it this way. After that encounter, we hung out a couple times, that girl and me, but we never dated ever again. Other than having ice cream on the beach one time and having lunch at a restaurant one other time, and then having French fries at a Red Robin before or after a movie. So we might have gone on 3 more dates after that, and I fully talked about this. She wasn't interested in the story. On top of not being interested, she's like, oh, that's cool. She acted like it was normal, which kind of freaked me out a little bit because a demonic entity popping up, appearing, is not normal. And that's cool is not a normal response. Anyway, so we didn't date anymore. It was pretty mutual. So 1 year later, I started dating a different girl. And she's the jealous type to an extent. And yes, she did grab my phone on more than one occasion. I'm like, hey, and I don't have a lock on this thing to this day. I never had a lock on it. You just press OK and it opens everything up. So I deleted the thread so she wouldn't get jealous and worry that they were brand new texts when they were year-old texts. Not thinking that within those, good night, have a great day, I hope you're doing great. Between those texts, there's one that's super important. It's 1 day after the incident. There are other ways I can try to get the date. And why is the date so important? Just for historical purposes. I want in the book to put the exact date. I'm going to talk about my spiritual encounters with spirits in future episodes. A new show coming this winter. This is not the new show. The new show has a new intro, has a new sound track, if you will. It has a new everything. Logo, you name it. But it's hosted by me, and that's going to be the same. Stay tuned for that. I'm trying to get a new microphone. I like the Blue Yeti for what I've used it for a couple years now, and I like it. It's pretty quality compared to my past two microphones, which were garbage. But after hearing samples of an old Rode microphone, and this stand is made by Rode. Rode is a good brand. Listening to the samples of Rode microphones, I really need a Rode NT1. I'll take a used one. I don't care. But the Rode NT1 is about $200. If you get it used, maybe $150. And then you need a USB controller type adapter thing because it doesn't use USB. The Rode NT1 uses standard old-fashioned microphone technology. You plug it into the USB box and then to your computer, and it's crystal clear, awesome quality. I want the quality of this entire channel to go up, and if you want the quality of this channel to go up, please go to patreon.com/Razimus and throw a couple bucks at me not only getting a new microphone, but it really motivates me. One single dollar motivates the heck out of me. Every story I tell on this channel is true, whether you believe it or not. I stand for truth. I focus on truth. A lot of people don't do that these days. It's extremely common for people to lie, scam, and scheme. But I'm still the Hoax Hunter. YouTube.com/Hoax Hunter. Subscribe. Click the bell notifications. Turn them on. You want to know about this new show when it comes soon. In my opinion, it's the show I want to see on TV. It's the show I want to see on Netflix. It's the show I want to see and tune into. I'm making the show I want to see, and it doesn't exist. It's definitely inspired by past shows, but the last show that it's inspired by was probably canceled 20 years ago. It's inspired by that, but a lot of the Hoax Hunter Occult Unmasked themes are all brought together. I got this new camera. Everything's coming together. The new show's going to be awesome. I thank you for watching. I have a PayPal, paypal.me/Razimus. I have a Twitter, twitter.com/Razimus. Stay tuned. Thank you for being supporters of this channel. I don't have a name for the fans of this channel. I don't even consider you guys fans. I consider you guys important researchers who investigate the truth just like me. There are countless channels on the paranormal. If you want one that doesn't have clickbait BS, you want to subscribe to this one. You want to tune into this one, you want to check it out. I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus. Be seeing you. And stay tuned, I'm going to make another video right now. I promised you guys 2 videos, and I'm going to make a third reviewing that. Maybe I'll even make a 4th. But stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be talking about a dream I had. A lucid dream. Back in 2002, I believe. So stay tuned. I thank you for watching. Be seeing you.